Dear Soul members, welcome and Happy New Year. Can you believe it's even 2022? I can't even believe it. 2021 flew by so fast. Before I was even able to really say hello to 2021 and embrace it, I was already saying goodbye to it, as all of you were as well. I'm sure it went fast for everybody. um, I want to share this month's spiritual focus topic with everybody. And the title of this month's spiritual focus topic is Hello, Goodbye, Hello. So each month, when I choose a spiritual topic to share with everyone, I start by praying and asking God to guide me toward a topic that would really resonate and be beneficial for all of you. So this month, when I was praying, a vision came to me that told me what to talk to you about today. The vision was a reference to an experience I had when I was in the Marine Corps. Um, about 32 years ago or 30 years ago or something like that, when I was in the Marine Corps, every year we celebrate November 10th, which is the Marine Corps birthday. And so it was the birthday ball, and our base was visited by a four-star general who gave the opening speech to the birthday ball. I wish I could have had like an iPhone or a photographic memory to capture word by word everything that he said that day, because it truly impacted me. But unfortunately, I had neither of the two. I do not have a photographic memory, and I don't even think cell phones were really around back then. But I do remember the general concept of his speech that day. Because it really continues to impact me. And like I said, that was over 30 years ago. So, hello, goodbye, hello, is kind of how he started this. He introduced himself and he started by asking if we could remember the first day of school when we were little kids, or if we could remember the first day that we met our best friend. He asked us if we could remember the first breakup that we ever experienced, or if we could remember like the first day that we broke up with that love that we met. He asked us if we remembered ever moving into a new house when we were children, or starting a new sport or a new hobby. He asked us if we ever had to say goodbye to a loved one who was passing away. He asked us if we remembered our first day of boot camp. He asked us if we remembered our last day of boot camp. So the rest of his speech, like, how can I explain it? Like, he asked us these questions about the first thing that we tried and when that thing had ended. So probably about a third of the way into the speech, we were already recognizing that he was talking about saying hello to something new and saying goodbye to that thing when it was over. And so really the rest of his speech, it really can't be reiterated by me, because after that moment, all of the words that he was saying actually, they ceased to exist. They more became part of me, instead of, they like became part of my heart instead of words in my brain. And sometimes, and this is really cool to understand too, is that sometimes when our being is being awakened to an idea of truth, it's not really our minds that respond to that information. It's our soul that responds to that information. And so sometimes when we hear words that really impact us and they come into our chakra system, what happens is the words, they like evaporate, because it becomes more a state of self or a state of awareness, like an uncovering of confusion. And that's what happened to me that day. Life is really a series of hello, goodbye, and hello. Early childhood experiences are predominantly, like, that's a lot of our hellos happen when we're small children, because we meet our parents, our siblings, our grandparents, our pets, our aunts, our uncles, our caregivers. We have extended family and friends. We learn how to do new things. We learn how to read. We learn our letters. We just learn a lot of things, and we say hello to a lot of new experiences when we are small children. Hellos are awesome because they help us to grow. They help us to interact and to learn. They help us to experience and to discover emotions. And we learn how to love when we are saying hello. Our hellos guide us through life lessons, and those life lessons can later serve us as a point of reference for our future endeavors. So embrace all of your hellos, enjoy all of your hellos, enjoy them for the truth that they can awaken inside of you. Hellos are not meant to be permanent. They're not meant to be forever. Hellos are real connected to like that honeymoon phase of an experience or a new relationship. They're for that moment. They're for now, for this exact time of your life, right? And hopefully you don't have to say goodbye too soon to that experience or that person. But inevitably, it will happen because each hello does lead to a goodbye, right? So we just want to be conscious of that and be aware of that so that we don't get too out of sorts or too sad when we can see a path in our life that we were so excited about beginning, when we see it start to kind of narrow and when we see it start to kind of close for us, when we see the goodbye coming. We want to make sure that we embrace that as well, that we embrace the entire journey, because goodbyes have for a lot of reasons also. Maybe an early type of goodbye could be like when you're a little kid and you're saying goodbye to your favorite preschool teacher before going to kindergarten, or maybe your best friend in the whole world moves away in the fourth grade and now you can't see them every day at school. Maybe you get fired from a job, or you get laid off, or you broke up with your most recent love interest. You know, our lives are full of goodbyes, and they are just as important as hellos. And I think that's the part that we often struggle with, is the goodbye. The goodbyes, they also provide us with a reference point in our lives that can serve us as guidance for our future endeavors, that maybe we'll learn something in that process of saying goodbye that catapults us or pushes us toward the next hello. Because goodbyes, they do help us to grow. They help us to interact. They help us to learn. They help us to experience. And they also help us to love. Oftentimes, the love that we need to really focus on in a goodbye is the love that we have for ourselves and the way that we nurture ourselves. And some of our goodbyes will actually turn into a hello again. So maybe you have a friend or an intimate partner or a relationship that you have to say goodbye to, and then later on you can come back and say hello. So one of my really, really favorite jobs was at IBM, and I had to say goodbye because they downsized, and then I went and worked at another company, and then I came back to IBM and I said hello again. So in that instance, we can see that some of our hellos that end up being goodbyes can actually turn into hello agains. So always say goodbye with grace. Always say goodbye with love. Always say goodbye with respect, because you don't know all the time if that goodbye is final and if it will kind of come back around and visit you again. So don't burn any bridges, as my mom used to say. So keep that in mind for our hellos and our goodbyes, because they may turn around to be a hello again. A lot of times, though, our hellos and goodbyes are final. So once you say goodbye, it is final, but don't worry about it, because truly, truly, all goodbyes lead to a new hello. So let's just think about some examples of what a hello, goodbye, hello again could be, and what hello, goodbye, hello could be. So I grew up with my family, but I had to leave my family to join the Marine Corps and to embrace that time of my life. So that's a goodbye family, a hello Marine Corps. I left the Marine Corps to work at IBM. So that's a goodbye Marine Corps, but a hello to IBM. I met my first husband, married him, and later divorced him. So that would be a hello to my husband and a goodbye to the husband. I got laid off from one of my jobs and I ended up getting hired by God. So that was like goodbye computer programming and hello to spiritual work, which is what I'm doing now. Sometimes we have to say hello, goodbye to a pet. We brought home our beautiful Macy, and she stayed with us for 15 years, but we recognized when the goodbye was coming. We knew that the goodbye was inevitable. And so that's a hello, Macy, and a goodbye, Macy. We said hello to, one time I was on the train and I was with a friend of mine, and there was a lady on the train, and we had said hello to her, had a lovely conversation with her, and then we said goodbye to her when she got off at her next stop. So see, it's not good to remain stuck in either the hello or the goodbye, because when you're stuck in the hello, you got to be careful, because you don't want to fall into any kind of illusion that your hello should become something, that it should be a particular way. Because again, the hellos are very, that honeymoon phase, that joyful phase. And when that level of excitement or that level of motivation can't be maintained, we tend to get a little sad, and when we get stuck in that, that's that illusion is not reality. The hellos are joyful, they're motivated. When we get past the hello, we're in the middle of that experience, or in the middle of that relationship, in the middle of those understandings. That's where we really dive in and get to experience the full extent of what that relationship or situation is. So we want to be able to say our hello, enjoy the hello, enjoy the process of that whole experience before the goodbye comes, without holding an illusion that it's supposed to be a certain way. Enjoy what it is. And when you're stuck in that goodbye phase, right? Because the goodbye phase is also very difficult. Remember that a new hello is literally coming. So, like, look out for it, because it's coming. So, there's no need to get stuck in that goodbye sense, and no need to get stuck in the hello sense, because then we lose the momentum of flow. And we want our lives to flow, and we want our lives to always move forward. So our whole life is a series of hello, goodbye, hello. And if we can recognize that, and if we can allow life to kind of like flow, then the goodbyes aren't going to be so sad. And the hellos, well, they're actually going to be even more thrilling and more fulfilling. Hello, goodbye, hello really truly asks us to cherish every moment, because we know that with every hello comes a goodbye, and with every goodbye comes a new hello. So enjoy every single part of that experience. Moving forward in 2022, I encourage you to say a lot of hellos and really, really embrace the new year and say hello to it with motivation, and then experience it. And let's promise to appreciate each moment. Let's promise to appreciate every day of 2022 as the new, right? Because when the goodbye comes, that'll be next year. And we can cherish every moment that we have experienced during 2021. So start some new things and say goodbye to some old things that maybe no longer serve you in 2022. You guys, I am just thrilled for this year to get started. I am thrilled to try new projects and new experiences this year. I am also planning to say goodbye to some things that don't serve me in the new year. And I hope you are able to do the same. So happy new year to you. God bless you for a happy and abundant new year. And I hope you've enjoyed our video today, and click on the link below in the Pure Soul member area for a worksheet that'll help you process your hello, goodbye, hellos. Bye-bye.